Hello students and welcome to this new video. This video is of the part 9 of our chapter number 3. Our chapter number 3 is creating charts in MS Excel and this is the part 9 of our chapter number 3. So what we are going to do in this video? In this video we will study about two different types of charts which are very important in Excel. These two charts are bar chart and the area chart. So first of all we will see what is the purpose of these two types of charts and how these charts can be used for showing different types of values in Excel, for performing different operations or for performing different types of analysis on the values in Excel. Okay. So first of all, we start with the bar chart. What is the bar chart used for? A bar chart illustrates or shows the comparisons among individual items. So if you have a set of different items and you want to compare between them, which item is the smallest or which item is the is the biggest, or like in this example which we are showing here, we are showing the amounts of we are showing the diameters of the different planets, different line planets. So what we are doing in this example, if we want to compare the diameter of different planets, then for that what type of chart we can draw? We can draw the bar chart for comparing the diameters of different types of planets. Okay, as shown as entered in the data here. Okay, so in the table in figure 3.30 lists the planets and their diameters in the kilometers. So what is the table showing? The table is showing the name of the 9 planets and their diameters in kilometers. So what we are doing, we are using this data to create a bar graph to show the relative size of the planets. So what is this bar chart showing here? The bar chart, you can see it is showing the relative size of the planets, relative diameter, relative size of the planets means what? Relative size of the planet means what? That which planet is the greatest of all of them and which planet is the smallest of all of them. Okay, just by even if you don't know the exact values, just by looking at this bar chart, one can easily make out that which planet is the biggest planet or which planet is the smallest planet. Okay, and what is the relative size of all these planets? This can be very easily understood just by looking at this example of your area of your bar chart. So what is the difference? What is this difference between bar chart and a column chart? A bar chart can be described as the column chart drawn sideways. So if you draw a column chart in a sideways manner, then that column chart can be described as a bar chart. What was there in the case of column chart? If you remember, we can draw we in the previous example, in the previous videos, we had drawn a column chart which was showing the number of runs scored in any over in a 10 over match by two teams. Okay, the different number of runs which are scored in the 10 over match in different overs by two teams, that we were showing with the help of column chart. So what was the column chart representing? The column chart there was representing the number of runs scored by two teams in the different overs. So in that case, where was the number of number of runs displayed on that chart? The number of runs was displayed on the y-axis or the vertical axis in that chart. That is what happened. The vertical columns or the vertical bars which were depicting the data values in the chart, those columns were drawn parallel to the y-axis in a vertical position. Okay, why? Because in that case the value of the number of runs was displayed on the y-axis. That is why these two those columns in the column chart were also being drawn in the vertical direction only. Okay, but what is the difference in the case of bar chart? In the case of bar chart, we can all of you can see how we have created the bar chart. We have created the bar chart by displaying the number of displaying the names of the planets on the x-axis, on the y-axis, which is the vertical axis, and on the x-axis what we have shown? We have shown the values of the diameters of these different planets on the x-axis. So and what are these columns showing? These columns are showing the size of the diameters of these different planets. That is why, to show the size of diameters of different planets, in this case all these bars will be drawn in the sideways manner. All these bars will be drawn, all these columns will be drawn in a horizontal manner. Horizontal manner means what? Parallel to the x-axis, because the values which they are showing are represented by the or shown by the x-axis. That is why all these columns or all these bars will be drawn parallel to the x-axis and not in a vertical direction, in the horizontal direction. Okay, so I hope this bar chart is clear to all of you. Now we come on to the next topic, which is our next chart, which is our area chart. What is there in an area chart? An area chart displays the magnitude of change over time. Magnitude of change means what? How the changes are occurring in any particular value or item with respect to time. How the value of a particular item or thing is changing with respect to the passage of time. Okay, and it can be used to draw attention to the total value across a trend. Total value across a trend means what? Like total value across a trend means throughout the value of series, how the value of the series is changing throughout the series. Okay, how the changes are occurring in the value of the items in the series throughout the length of the series. Like for example, for starting from the first item to the last item, how the value of the items changing as we move on from the first item to the last item in the list of items. Okay, so this is being shown by the area chart. Okay, so here they can be used to draw attention to the total value across a trend. Total value across a trend means what? How with the passage of time or with the passage of the series, how the value of the series is changing along with the passage of time. Okay, this means the total value across a trend. Like for example, here what is the example which is shown in the figure 3.32? In the figure 3.32, the table shown here lists the average rainfall for different months during the 2 years 2014 and 2015. So here if I zoom it, you will be able to see this. What is there in this table? This table is having the values of the different this table is having in the A column the values of the names of different months, and what is there in the B and C columns? The B column is showing the amount of rainfall in millimeter for the amount of rainfall in millimeter which was there in all the 12 months for the year 2014, and the column C is showing the amount of rainfall in the for the 12 months which was there for the year 2015. Okay, so these two columns B and C are showing the amount of rainfall in the 12 months in the years 2014 and 15 respectively. Okay, this is the data which has been given over here. So what we can do, we can see this data is having two different series of values. So corresponding to these two different series of values, we can draw two different figures in the area chart. Okay, one figure will be representing the rainfall in 2014, and one figure will be representing the rainfall in the year 2015. And how will we differentiate between the two areas? We will use different colors for differentiating between the two areas in the area chart. Okay, for example, here we are using the red color for showing the rainfall in the year 2014, and we are using the violet color for showing the rainfall in the year 2015. So you can see here the figure which is drawn with the red color, the figure which is shaded with the red color, it is showing the rainfall in the year 2014, and the figure which is just behind the red figure which is showing which is there which is shaded with the violet color, this violet colored figure is showing the rainfall which was there in the 12 months for the year 2015. So with using this area chart, you can easily compare that in any particular month which year was having the bigger rainfall or the greater rainfall. Using this figure, you can using this area chart, you can easily see that in any month of the 2 years which year was having the larger rainfall. Okay, like for example, we can easily see that in the month of July which year was having the higher rainfall. You can see that the year 2015 was having the bigger rainfall as it is clearly shown by the size of the figures, size of the shapes which are representing the 2 years in the area chart. Okay, we can easily say that in the months of July, what is there, the year 2015 was having higher rainfall as compared to the year 2014. Similarly, we can see the values of rainfall in the other months also. We can easily see that what was the status of the rainfall in the 2 years. Okay, which year was having the higher rainfall in that particular month, in the which year was having the higher rainfall in which particular month, that we can easily see by using this area chart. Okay, so now I hope these two types of charts are very clear to you. If you still have any doubt in these two types of charts, then I will tell you that the best way to clear your doubts is by creating these two types of charts in your Excel sheet. Okay, in your system. So if you are having a system at home, try to just open a system and open MS Excel in your computer system, and then use follow steps which are given in your book for creating a chart. Similar steps will be used for creating these two types of charts also. Okay, just what you have to do, the difference in the steps will be only that in the case of previous charts, you have chosen different values, different types of options for drawing the charts, and here what options you will choose. You have to choose options for drawing the bar charts and the area charts here. Okay, the rest of the steps will be similar as we have seen in the case of other charts. The similar steps will be shown will be followed for drawing these two types of charts also. Only what is the difference in the steps which are to be followed? The only difference in the steps will be for the option which you have to select in the charts group. So see, the charts group is having different options for creating the charts. So for creating different types of charts, we have to click for the option of that chart in the charts group. Okay, so the only difference is the only difference in the step is to click on that particular option for the chart for drawing the chart in the charts group, and then when you click that option for the chart, that particular type of chart will be drawn in your Excel sheet. So similarly, by using the steps which are given for the previous types of charts, you can also draw these types of chart also in your system. And once you draw these types of chart in your computer system, all your doubts which you are having about these two types of charts will be cleared, and you will understand these two types of charts in a very in a much better manner by drawing these two charts in your computer at home. Okay, so I hope you have understood this video and these two types of charts. So till the next video is uploaded, thank you and goodbye.